Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Dilly and I just thought I would go through a few things of why I started this vlog. With all the doom, gloom, despondency and negativity around in the world at the moment, I just felt it would be a positive note in order to be able to share with you my thoughts of why I'm doing the vlog and things that you can do in these times of lockdown. Some people are already saying that they're bored. Okay, maybe they don't have as many interests as me, but I can't ever imagine being bored. There are so many things that I would like to do, so many things going on in my head. Anyway, I'll tell you the story of why I started this vlog, and it might make some more sense. I could be called an old-fashioned girl with old-fashioned ideas and old-fashioned principles, but then living my life with the idea that if it ain't broke, don't fix it in mind, and constantly referring to sayings and doings of my mother and my two grandmothers, it certainly hasn't done me any harm. In fact, it's probably been the making of me. And that, with a few wise words from people who have not let anything hold them back, I decided to follow in their footsteps, and using most of their tricks to successful, easier living, I found myself wanting to write a blog. I've been told by my children that with all the weird and wacky knowledge I have, for random and some practical I might add, I should let as many people have the benefit of these little nuggets of wisdom, and not just them. My daughter asked me to write a mum book for her. I did, with cherries on top. And I'm adding to it all the time. The theory being that when she left home, she could take the book and refer to it instead of having to ring me up every 5 minutes. The knowledge and words of wisdom passed down through generations to help her run her life and her home in the most productive and frugal manner. That's not to say that my 3 children haven't taught me many things. Each in their own way have imparted things that I have been interested in, inquired about and learned from, incorporated in my lifestyle sometimes, and I am grateful for them sharing these things with me. Apparently, they too are grateful for me sharing my knowledge with them. Even my 37-year-old son still comes to me for advice. I love it. It shows a trust between us, and equally, if I need to have information about something regarding the younger generation, e.g. things to sell on my eBay shop or such like, I ask my 23-year-old daughter. Yes, I know it sounds like I'm up to all sorts of things at once. I am, as I have always told my children throughout their lives, put your fingers in as many pies as possible, because one day you might pull out a plum, and that's one of mine, not my forebears. I have interest in so many things that I couldn't bear to do the same thing day in, day out with no variation. And yes, I've had many different jobs. They mostly were jobs that had plenty of variety. The more variety, the longer I stayed. You could say I get bored easily. I don't think I have ADD, but maybe I have. Who cares? At the moment, I run a dog boarding business, an eBay shop, I'm writing a book, and doing this vlog. As I say, I started out with a blog, but the blog became very difficult. I have many craft projects on the go. The trouble is that when you put your fingers in too many pies, you run out of fingers, and things don't get finished, or started, or done very well. My major problem is procrastination. With that in mind, I have decided to get my life in some semblance of order, with deadlines, which I must make myself stick to, with priorities. So if one of my ideas, projects, pies, or whatever you want to call them, is interfering too much with my goal projects, then it must be ditched. I'm taking a leaf out of people's books that have become successful in their field. Know what you want, what you really, really want. Yeah, I am that old. And dream it, imagine it, do it. Never stop working towards it until it happens. Have positive thoughts that you can achieve anything if you go for it with all your being, and never give up. Do not ever put out bad or negative thoughts that it's not achievable, however big your dreams. Now, this might be difficult for me, but I have achieved many other things in my life, and I know I can do this. I want to be able to say on my deathbed, I did, with cherries on top. Another large company encourages us to just do it. I'd love to know that I had achieved everything I wanted, not the big money and the major success, just the things I wanted to in life. So this is more or less the start of my very own vlog, taking the positive route. It's called I Did with Cherries on Top. It's about my achieving all sorts of weird and wonderful things, and hopefully encouraging you to do the same, so that you too can say, I did, with cherries on top. With all the doom, gloom, despondency and negativity around at the moment, I just feel that we ought to try and have a positive stance, look at the world in a more positive way. Some things are impossible. For people who say need £1 million in order to fulfil their dream, and relying on the fact that they need to win the lottery in order to be able to get the £1 million to do their dream, the chances are extremely slim. But if you had a strategy whereby you did jobs with lots of side hustles and so on in order to make your £1 million, which isn't impossible if you put your mind to it, in order to achieve the dream that you needed to have that £1 million for, it's doable. I think people look at the smaller picture a lot of the time. I go to work, I do 9 to 5 or however many hours you do, and then I will never be able to earn £1 million. But if you do side hustles as well, and put your fingers in more pies, do things, creative things that you want to do, things that you're good at, one never knows. If you don't spend more than you earn, and you can put a little bit aside, and if you keep that end goal in sight, it can be possible. What was the saying? Earn 20 shillings and spend 19 shillings and 11 pence, and you'll be okay. Earn 20 shillings and spend 20 shillings and 1 pence, and you won't. So just literally look after the pennies, and the pounds will look after themselves, and hopefully it'll help you to achieve your goal, if your goal is money directed. Your goal might be to finish a tapestry. Well, there's nothing stopping you, only you. I'm the world's worst procrastinator. But if I can achieve things, if I can put my mind to things and achieve things that I think at one point I think, oh, why did I ever start this? But I make myself do it. If I can do it, anybody can do it. I'd like to think that there are other dreamers in the world apart from me that actually achieve their dreams. It's a nice place to be. So go on, do it. Just do it. Because I did, with cherries on top. Thanks for joining me today for the Tuesday chat, and hopefully see you next time. Take care.